Good morning, Facebook. Uh, Recording this video to explain the rent to own post that I put up a couple days ago. And I had got a couple calls on it, and I think it was just a little bit misunderstood. So I'm going to go over to explain it so that it's not misunderstood and you don't look past this opportunity. This is super hot right now. Okay, on this one right here, when I put this up and shared this, right here, this was the first thing that was misunderstood was maximum rent 3340. That amount right there was the maximum rent that client could afford. That don't mean they have to really spend that much. That's just how much they qualify for. So if they got something that only costs $1,000 a month, then they can do that. But they can't go over, like they can't get something for 3350. They won't buy it. So that right there was misunderstood. And then two, it's a video right here on the side that I linked into the comments right here to the lead to the YouTube that really explain the program and shows examples of the houses that you can get. I think it was in Florida, but they're in all metro areas across the country. So this works, if you live in a nice sized city, this program 9 times out of 10 is there. And working with realtors. So you don't just go look for houses for rent. You go look for houses that's for sale and they buy them cash. Now this client did a very wise move with this, that I would say, because credit is good. She qualified at the bank. So she qualified for a regular mortgage, but she's like, I don't want to pay all this overage or extra for the house. And then, something changes or whatever because of paying too much for the house. But with this program, they buy the house. You got a year to buy it. But if you don't buy it within that year and just be like, hey, this ain't it, you can move. There's no obligation for you to stay in there to buy it. So just think about this. Hot as this market is right now, if you renting, can you sell the house that you renting? That's the difference of when you rent with an option. So with this program right here, you go see a house that's for sale after you qualified by going through the program, which that's explained in the video over here. And you get qualified and they say, hey, this is your maximum rent. So that's going to show you this the price range of houses you can look at. Let's just say this is 10% of the value or whatever. Let's say that. So she can get like a $330,000 house. You know what I mean? So she can't go over that unless or they not gonna buy it. So, but in this market, the buyers are aggressively paying over what the houses are worth. So the sweet thing about this is, say you bought a $200,000 house in this program, and now people still in the neighborhood are aggressively buying. Those are called comparables. And with them comparables, they buying them now for 230, 240. And it just, say if it just keep going up. Now, the house that you bought in the program for the 200 compares to the other properties, but now you got your agreement for 200. But these houses are selling for 240, 250 now. You got the option to sell that house for the 240, 250 because you already got an agreement for the 200 and you just giving them 60 days notice of when you going to execute the close. So if you got if you going to get 240 for something you bought for 200, you just pay them off and there you go. You got a profit right there. So, but this works all the time. And before I seen this program, they were actually called subject to programs where the homeowner would just leave their mortgage on there. It's kind of the same thing in a way, but this is a cash buyer that's putting money up and overbidding on properties comfortably and funding the deals. So go through this video and get a better understanding. And maximum rent means when you start looking at the properties, and if you see in the video when she go over a couple of examples of properties, and I think she was browsing through Florida, but this is in Tennessee, Wisconsin, back home, y'all. You can just really go through this. It qualifies there in the metro areas. All the metro areas across the country, they funding these deals, and you can find a house. But maximum rent means that don't mean you need to go get something for only that price. That's the most that your rental payment can be based upon the financial information you put in. And then, just to give a quick heads up, like if you made a minimum, if your family made a minimum of 40,000, that because you had to be to made at least $40,000 for them to qualify you moving forward right there. So if you renting and don't got the option to sell the house, this right here is for you, especially in the market right now. It's houses last on the market a day. We took a client out to see a house through this program. They had 42 offers on the house. But now, the good thing is with this, these people offering cash. This ain't no loans on no house. This is straight cash offer. So sometimes, they can have a lot of offers, but when you working with a partner that's putting aggressive cash offers on there for your benefit, you can't go wrong. So I would watch that video and check into this. So I figured I would go over that because it was a couple of questions that I wanted to make sure I understood. Like, no, that don't mean this person has to. This is not for the house. This is the maximum rent that she can get from them going looking for a house. This is not on one house. This is saying when you go in the market looking for a house, your rent can't be over this amount for the house we buy. So that means houses under 330,000 for this qualified individual. So if this individual chose to buy a $200,000 house, that rent goes down based upon the purchase price of the house, but it just can't be over that 330 or whatever value of the house. So don't sleep on this now, okay? Check it out. And got any questions? Please watch the video because 9 times 10 is going to answer a lot of those questions. And then just follow the steps. And I'll see you on the other side, all right?